What up? What up, everybody?
Going on.
Yo.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
I'm Carole Baskin.
Hello. We're
Fuck Carole
live.
Baskin.
Oh my god.
I got new teeth.
Ooh, that looks good.
I got myself some new tigers and some Lakers and.
When I became Joe's boyfriend, I was confused at first, but now it's fine. It's totally fine. Boyfriend.
We have
Can a Ruger
transported into
Can a Ruger fire with no clip?
simulator. It's pretty sick.
What about Ruger?
Can a Ruger fire with no clip?
Oh shit.
What kind of Ruger?
Apparently it will.
We learned it can.
What up, little A?
Hey, a little too late. A little too little, a little too late.
A little too late.
Foiled. We already did the intro.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
all
always
we
miss
have
everything.
all we have left is glasses guy.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect.
you've got glasses.
That's her. That's her.
Also, this is a cotton fruit. It's like fruit flavored cotton. Tastes like watermelon inside the things. There you go.
Yep, that's exactly what it
He's
is.
actually not from the Tiger King though. That's the only problem. We had something else.
Carole fucking Baskin.
We can always just have two of these guys.
Carole Baskin has the greatest treats.
There you go.
Carole freaking Baskin.
Fuck Carole Baskin. That bitch.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said? You watch my YouTube videos. You watch them all.
Hey, you cool cats and kittens.
That Carole Baskin killed her husband,
I'm
though.
telling you, you gotta watch my damn.
So how's everyone doing?
Good, good.
Carole fucking Baskins. I wonder if she's related to the 31 flavors Baskins, by the way. She's the 32nd flavor.
I heard they disowned her.
Good.
Zoro, what you got behind you?
Oh, I'm chilling with tigers today. I'm in
telling you, gotta watch
downtown Peru.
That's my cousin. That one right over there on the back.
Oh, damn.
That one. Yep.
Damn.
That's Steve.
How does he feel about captivity? I think that's the real story, is that the captivity thing where they're just like, they're running a petting zoo and it's like really fucked up where they're like, once the animals are big, they just have to put them in a cage and feed them so they can make more babies.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over little A's keyboard clacking. It's the sound police.
Boop, boop, boop. That's the sound of the sound police.
I did my duty, sir. Enoch is paying me $50 a month to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
He's sick and tired of all the sounds, but he didn't want to tell anybody. So from now on, I'm the sound police, or SP for short. Read him in the week, boys.
There we go. Yo, Mr. Tiger, what's it like being in prison with Joe Exotic?
It's a lot of fun. But
He likes bending over.
He feeds us really good, but man, my butt hurts.
Oh, now we're
Brutal
fucking.
sandwiches.
Damn it.
Gotta watch that Prince Albert so it doesn't get stuck up.
He likes it when I show him my butthole for some reason. Which is every day.
There we go.
I'm the liar. The liar.
Damn, that transported Zorro into Carole Baskin's body. Good
I
job,
just want to say
Chris.
that man has done no good for no nothing. Think about it. Keep thinking about it.
All I can say is at least I got new teeth from the show.
I mean,
Damn.
you got something. You know.
You should have got gold.
Look what Joe
I'm
got.
getting my tattoos covered up. I'm no longer privately owned by Joe Exotic.
Damn.
I am.
Y'all want to go out sometime?
That show.
Your head tilt, AJ. It's perfect. It's just fucking perfect.
Dude, you're gonna just develop a terrible neck problem throughout the show,
I
and
might-
I think
the
that's part of
camera's
the
out.
drama. So everybody, stay tuned to see what his neck is like at the end of this. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh shit.
What up, Wombat? Wombat's in chat. 661. Vicious Vice. Waldo. Hutch. Tint. How you doing, folks?
Me and Wombat have been going out. Playing stuff. Never mind.
Yo, so Zorro, tell everybody what world you've been consumed by. I think that's
I've been
important.
consumed by the Oculus world with Wombat. We have painting dates, and we.
How do you explain to us how you miss work when you're working from home?
Maybe I missed a meeting or two while I was playing VR.
You probably did miss
That
it
happens.
too.
All right, Craig.
That's all. Happy Easter.
Dude, but you've been out there freaking spray painting in VR like it's no tomorrow.
Yes.
Is Wombat
hours
getting
and
better
hours.
at the spray paint?
Yes. Yes.
That thing you posted on Facebook today was awesome, dude.
Oh,
Are your
that's
skills on
the
virtual
other
reality? Do those skills apply in the real world?
I would
course
say
they
is the
do.
equivalent of like playing DRL or like a sim and flying and being able to fly in real life. Like you can still
Okay.
do stuff if you know how to do it, but it's not like 100% like true to the thing, but it's damn fucking close, like super, super close.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
That's all.
You don't got to keep looking over your shoulder thinking somebody's going to run you out.
I keep thinking, like, what if they send zombies as a joke or something? Like, well, I have gotten startled by a few people, but dude, virtual reality is so fucking sick, dude. It's the best.
That'd be a cool element to add to the game. Like you hear the brakes coming to a stop. Oh, is that the fucking cops? Run!
Oh, there's no cars, but it would be nice. And as a
I'm saying,
tiger,
they should add that.
yeah, it would be dope if there was like a city and you can go anywhere you want and do it. But I'm just a tiger. What do I know?
Yeah. I mean, how would a tiger even hit the
you're gonna be
fucking
killed.
can right?
I know, but the woman behind me is kind of like shoving her stuff in my butt. Oh, damn it!
What's the name of that game?
It's called Kingpin Graffiti, I think. Kingpin. What's funny is I always end up like, because I like to play online with other people, and so far I've only came across one real like graffiti artist that was doing pretty good, but it's mostly like 9-year-olds, and they're like hella like they're sweet. I try to help them if they need help or whatever.
Can you
Bless their
talk and
hearts.
communicate with them or just see what they're doing?
Yeah, well, my daughter's like 10, so I can speak 10 o'clock language. I speak their language. Plus,
I
I'm 10.
I don't think you meant it quite so literally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who's been flying? What's the flying situations looking like?
I want to hear what John's been up to. He's been doing
Yeah,
some crazy
John, you
shit.
haven't been around. You've been busy flying or what?
I've been flying as much as I can, but I've been pretty busy, just running around
Not
doing
like
stuff.
not like
Getting with
park
family.
ripping though. Like you've been out chasing like race cars and Baja trucks and crazy shit.
Oh
We've
wow,
been living
back,
our
yeah.
dreams.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Just the right place, right time, I guess. But
The wingsuit stuff is awesome, dude.
thank
Or
you. Yeah,
squirrel
that
suit or
drone ended up. I had to go hiking and get that one back, but now it's all rebuilt, ready to go.
have you got that big 8 motor thing built yet? That cinematography thing?
Yep, it's all built, and I just ordered a camera for it today, so we'll see how it goes.
Anybody
How are
got a
the-
cigarette? Oh,
How are the
sorry,
test flights going?
Good.
Or have there
I
been
had
any?
I had 1,200 grams on it when the first day I got it built, and it was flying for 4 minutes.
Wow.
It was like 6.8 pounds or whatever, all up.
Damn.
Chris is here.
Nice teethers, Panos.
Yeah.
Panos.
See mine?
I got them from Tigers. See mine?
Tiger teeth.
Tiger teeth.
You gotta
Tiger
work
teeth.
it out so that you can do your Oculus, and like we can watch it live. I'm so interested to see it live.
He just needs to cast it to his TV so he can watch him like jumping around and see what he's seeing.
Yeah. Watching him jump around for 6 hours is pretty fun, but
Right?
I want to see what he's doing.
Dude,
But
we're
you-
all in Zoom all night long, and then Zoro we'll start watching a movie, and Zoro will be like, he'll do 20 minutes, and he backs off into his room, and you see him just put on the goggles, and all of a sudden he's just waving around, fucking going crazy, and it's like, it's cool, because I gotta move this out of the way. It's cool, because he's in there, and he's like, you can see him, like, getting the spots, you know? Filling them in. It's pretty awesome.
Then he comes
Yeah,
and
I
takes
love
the
it.
VR goggles off, and it looks like he's been crying.
Yeah, it's all wet. Remember, I went fishing the other day while we were on Zoom. I was in a beautiful lake. It was the most gorgeous, most serene, awesome thing. And I was fishing. I was catching them. Dude, I love VR. It's the best. I want to live there. Bye.
Feel like
How do I
that's
make
so-
my head fit on this?
That's what she said.
Huh? What do you want me to do? All right, keep your head in one spot.
You gotta put it right.
Yeah,
Put it
your
right
head
in the
one
hole.
spot. You're not allowed to move after you pick your spot.
I'm not allowed to move? That is
No.
difficult.
I can't stick
gotta
it to
stick
your
it-
head. There we go.
Stick your head right in
you,
the hole.
you can't?
No, there it is.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, Carol.
Okay.
Why'd you
All
kill your
right,
husband?
okay.
Perfect.
Why did you fucking
Well-
kill your husband, Carol Baskin?
Where did that hand come from?
Yeah, the ham came out of nowhere.
Yeah, weird. That's what she
I
said
can't-
also.
Stop moving. Oh my god. I did not kill my husband. No, not my first husband. Or second.
Oh, yeah, right.
Ghost hands.
Who ate your first husband? Next question.
Not me.
Did you help?
Where's the tiger, the Mr.
You
Tiger?
might not have killed him, but did you help eat him?
Maybe just a nibble.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so we ended up watching The Tiger King this past week, and it was fucked.
Yes. Actually, we
Totally.
binge watched all the episodes yesterday. Yep.
One day.
That was intense.
Our
Shit, I
IQ
can't stop
dropped.
moving. Wait. There it is. There it is.
Our IQ dropped to basically 0.
I'm gonna switch you out,
Yeah.
and you can be Joe Exotic now in jail. You can be Jail Exotic.
Jealous.
I just
Alright,
got
so
mine
what's-
centered. Hold on. I've never
Oh,
sat
shit.
this still before in my life.
Oh shit! I'm centering you as Carol. Hold on. There we go.
Oh shit.
Gotcha. Yeah, and
At
this
least it's
is
not
this
your
is
ceiling.
what happens in quarantine, folks.
Mhm.
Don't get Zoom. It devolves quickly.
Yeah,
You know.
you become
might
too
survive
friendly,
it.
and then you're like,
Debatable.
who are these people? But then you're like, oh, these are my only friends because I have no other friends. And then
Yeah.
you sit in your room and you just cry, and your mom comes in. She's like, don't cry. I'm just kidding. That was it's quite
Don't cry. Dry your eye.
your eye. And here comes your father with us too.
Wax is over there just drinking zombie. All he's doing all night, I guess. Is he at a party? Is that what's going on?
He's always at a party
I know.
wherever he's
Wax
at.
fire
Does appear to be that, right?
parties.
doesn't it?
Now,
Is there
now
social-
is when he's muted.
Right?
Social
Now when we're
distancing?
watching shows and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna answer this call."
Yeah.
So
For
now
a
you're
half an
muted.
hour.
Good.
I'm noticing little A is just as mean as I am in many ways. I'm like, oh, nice, touche. Good. Very good.
If
You
I
guys gotta have
if
a
I
mean
love
off.
you, I'll make fun of
Yeah.
you. That's how it is.
And
That's
if I
how it
hate
is.
you,
I,
I'll
and
make
if
fun of you.
I'll ignore you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'll
Same
just
here.
ignore you. Just
Yeah.
you don't even exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still laughing at her.
Yeah, you've told me you hate me. You've told me to leave. You've told me.
Oh, come on.
I was dodging it.
Oh,
That was just
I
one
told you
night.
hey.
but it's fine. It's
I meant that
fine.
in a nice way.
He always
She had a
does.
mustache.
He always does. What up, CNC Zach? John Solo, Sparky Josh in the chat. How you guys doing?
Sparky Josh is in the house.
All
Bear-
electronics
Which part
there.
of Oregon
Bear-
are you in? I'm gonna ask him.
Green part.
Oh,
Damn. The green part.
Since the dawn of time.
since the dawn of chime. So
Chime?
how's everybody's
Chime?
lockdowns? Like, you running out of parts yet? You running out of food? What's going on?
Yeah. Printing. What's going on for me at least?
Oh yeah, Chris is a newly
yeah.
anointed printer. He had the resin printer last time. But now if you look at him, he's got a different printer over his shoulder.
Yep. Hold on, I gotta take a drink.
I gotta store. Oh, there we go. Wax and be. Oh, perfect Carole Baskin wax. Perfect Carole Baskin. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're so close. Oh,
He's that
geez.
pretty thing.
It keeps moving it for you.
I know. Everybody keeps moving.
Oh shit.
I got you, motherfucker. I got
Carole
you.
fucking Baskin.
Hey,
Carole
bitch.
fucking Baskin. Got a weird face. That's for sure.
AJ looks good in that one when he lines up right.
I know. Yeah, so like I've been fucking playing video games and
Oh yeah.
fucking hanging out in Zoom with you guys and trying not to go to the grocery store. Main time I go out is blunts, and I'm running through all my food. What's Mexico like, little A?
In general or right now?
Like no, I mean right now with all the shit going on.
I think I haven't left my house in 20 days, more or less. The last time I did was to get supplies for my baby plants, my wheat plants. And from what I hear, from what I see with friends and talking to family and stuff, nobody gives a shit. Like everybody talks about quarantining, but they're still hanging out with each other. They're still visiting friends. They're still celebrating stuff. Like it's bad. And then we have a precedent that's even worse than the one in the US.
Yeah,
If it
right.
is possible, yes, it is. Oh yeah, trust me. And people love that. Like they love him, and they are trying to make it seem, a lot of them, that this is just a conspiracy against our president. So why should we stay inside? Yeah, and it's starting to get bad because our health system is so bad that we now have cases of people just dying on the streets, people dying outside hospitals. Like it's becoming that. We're going to be way worse than Italy. That's for sure.
Damn,
That's for sure.
that is not great.
Below the curve.
No, it's not a
stay
pretty
inside.
picture.
Yo, UAV Futures just went live, folks.
Oh,
So
stream watching him?
just so you
We
know,
need to hit Grumpy Trev up.
it's all
well,
looking fun,
I don't
bro.
imagine UAV Futures is. Let's see.
The what? You cut
Can we
out there.
stream their stream? Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take their stream and I'm gonna make it real tiny.
We'll make it better
Yeah.
with
Now
our
tiny.
Australian this and that. Am I right? Oh, Australia. Ooh, fancy. I'm just kidding. I like Australia. Just kidding again. I don't like Australia. Just kidding again. I do like Australia.
Oh.
If you're on your toes there. Didn't I?
Boom.
Suspense.
Damn, we have a lot of stuff over us. Hold on. Let's make him Carole Baskin.
Yeah.
Hold on. That girl. Here we go. Okay.
That girl is full.
Oh, dude, I just thought the same thing.
Yes, dude. Yes.
That girl.
All right. Then he needs a soundtrack.
Somewhere in the specifics. Continue. Okay, 20 amp with a current burst of 25 amps. Now what that means is if you do a really heavy punch out, it can handle 25 amps, even though it's not really rated to do that constantly. It can handle a burst rating of 25 amps for a little bit, and then if you
Now
go
this
back
is
to 20 amps, it's
content.
gonna be okay. If you fly at 25 amps
This is fun.
all the time, it's going to catch on fire. But you can do a little burst, you know, up to it. It's going to be okay. The heat is going to build up.
With the
but
music
it's gonna be
behind
able
it, it's
to
hella
dissipate
funny.
that if it's under that 10-second timer, which it says right there. Now, what you're asking is how to know
Now it's
what,
like he's talking on the phone.
what motor and prop to use and what ESC to choose when it comes to amperage. Generally, the larger your motor, so a 2207, and the larger the stator, the more amps it's going to draw. So, and it also has to do with KV and also has to do with prop. So if you've got a big motor on here, let's say a 2207, a 2307, that is a big motor. That's going to draw a lot more current than say a 1405 or a 1407, just generally because it is a larger motor. There's got larger magnets in here. It's going to be sucking down more juice. It's going to be running more current through the ESC.
Oh,
Now,
got him.
If you,
Ooh, that was
but
good.
if the motor isn't so much the part that draws the amperage so much when it's just spinning. These motors, if I just rev them up like this, are going to draw hardly any current because there's no prop.
It looks
on
like he just
Then
had
what
like
you
had
need to
sex.
do is
and
what
his glasses-
size prop on here. So if you just have a small 3-inch prop, it's not really going to
In
be
the
pushing
movie?
out.
What else
The
you
easy
got?
way to think of it is how much air is actually going to be, how much thrust is it going to be making. If you are pushing out a ton of thrust with a big heavy prop that is not
That's what she
efficient,
said.
say a big bullnose prop, it's going to be sucking down a heap of amps. If you've got a big
He looks kind of
6-inch prop
psycho
on here,
like with
it's
that.
going to be drawing even more amps. If you've just got a small 3-inch prop,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not gonna
glad
be
this
drawing
guy
quite so
doesn't
many.
have
So the
hair.
hard- the more
looks like
air
Bill
modes
Murray
have
kind of
prop,
for
it's
some
gonna be pushing
reason.
out the more aggressive
Yo,
and
you were
Has he-
right.
Has he always looked like
If
Bill
he
Murray?
just started
the pitch is
lifting,
on
he
prop,
he
it's
would
gonna
look
draw
like
more
Bill
amps.
Murray.
And then the third thing to consider
Because you're cutting the
is
top of his
how
head
high a
off.
KV
Dude.
is running. So if you are running a
Dude
low
with
KV
wrinkles
motor,
is Bill
say
Murray.
We're just going to talk 4 here. So if you're running in
Holy shit.
1,800
We got to get him on the
KV motor,
cigarettes.
that is going to draw less amps at full throttle than a 2700 KV motor.
Alright, what else you got? What else you
2700 KV,
Oh, good.
it's going to be spinning faster. That's just the way KV works. The higher the KV,
Oh, this
the
is
faster the
perfect.
motor
Looks
spins,
Amish.
which means the faster that big prop is going to be spinning around, the more juice it's going to be sucking down, and that means more amperage. So you want to do, as a safe bet, I would say any 40 amp ESC with a burst rating of 50
Oh, that's
amps
too
is probably
perfect.
going to be okay for a normal 4S quad, as long as you're not
Dude,
going
that's hella
ridiculous
funny.
with
Damn
a really high KV motor on there and an extremely aggressive 6-inch prop,
Yeah,
so, or even just a 5-inch prop. So just, I would say most pilots 40 to 50 amp, maybe a burst of 50
Alright,
to 60
what
is
else you
going to be
got? What
fine.
else you got?
Back in the day, we used to use 20 amp ESC, but we were only flying around
We got
when
the
we had
fucking down with the
3S
hat.
3S quads. And I should also say as well, if you're using 6S, lucky for you, the amperage is
Alright,
actually a little
alright,
bit
alright.
less
That
because those
doesn't help.
motors have a
What
lower
else we
KV.
got? Oh, I know.
It's a little bit more efficient as well. So
Where's the
I
manatee?
don't know. I think generally, if you're on a 4S,
he
try to
doesn't
pick
deserve to be the
40 to
manatee
50
when
amp
he's
normal
screaming over
ESC,
us.
which is pretty common nowadays as well. Okay,
Oh,
Carlos D.
that one's pretty
Question for more information. Okay, we're going back to the GoPro mount. I have vibrations in my GoPro footage and I've tried everything to isolate it and still nothing. What could it be? The GoPro TPU mount? Well, Carlos, it depends what
This
GoPro you're
one.
actually using. So
I know I got
make sure if
Tiger
you're
in here
using,
somewhere.
I
There we
believe it
go.
might have been the GoPro do a 6 or something. There is one of them where you make sure you have stabilization turned off. Not the 7, not the 8. Make sure you have stabilization turned off if it's an older model. Other than that, if you had the 8, try turning on hyper smooth. So the hyper smooth parts work very, very well on whether it is.
All right, we fucking just almost listened to the. I fucking paused. It's so good.
That's the drone
So
part of the
good.
shit
I
show.
know, dude. Screenshot that.
Look how chunky he looks. He's a little chubby one.
We love you, Stu. We love you,
Yeah.
bud.
He's so cute.
Oh,
Look at
my
him.
goodness.
I want to give him a hug.
All right, hold on. There we go. And we're back to actually having real people. What up?
Ooh.
Except for me. I'm not in there anymore.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
So
Alright.
could have got arrested Sunday.
Oh, shit, for flying?
Who did?
Flying
How
a
the fuck you manage that?
Flying Angel Stadium.
Oh, what?
Who got
Yeah.
arrested?
I did almost.
Oh, almost.
I had a security guard run out to where we were posted up. Then landed, disarmed, all that good stuff. And then a full blacked out Tahoe with 4 guys showed up. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You can't be over here. Luckily, I only took 2 batteries and a light backpack, just loaded up and took off. I managed to hit the only pipe in the middle of that sign, but I dove it.
Oh, nice, dude. Post that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the edit, but I wanted to fly just into the stadium to at least see the bases or whatever's inside, but got kicked way too fast. We're there a total of 12 minutes, 15-minute stops.
Oh, I bet.
The only weird thing is there's hundreds of people, probably 50, 60 people at a time, just walking the parking lot. Didn't hassle them. They just, because we were out in a corner next to a dumpster area, I guess, that they flew out there and yelled at us. But yeah, that was a good Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Get the blood pumping.
Yeah, I've only been able to fly in my backyard right now. I tried going to the local college, and it was like they still had students everywhere. It was kind of crazy. But it was like I think they're all gonna leave because exchange students aren't gonna stay for the next semester. Is what I heard. So that could mean if they stay closed down, that colleges open up full time.
The United States is at 583,000 confirmed cases.
582,000.
23,000
Too
confirmed
many.
deaths.
Yeah, we got one guy here in town that's got it now. He's on a ventilator in a town of 300 people.
Damn, dude.
One person's got it. So
Wish him luck. Yeah, it's tough out there. My buddy's been working like double shifts as an EMT. And we're not even in a bad county. So I don't know if that says something about how stressed the EMT field is right now or but it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So anybody gotten the empty city shot yet? Zoro, did you ever get that?
No, man. Every time I go to like Oakland, it's there aren't people walking on the sidewalks in the city. There's people out in the parks. And there's also like every business for some reason has like a shitload of cars in the parking lot. I don't see people walking around, but I don't know if people are just going to work or I don't know. I'm baffled. So no, I haven't.
Essential.
They just said that in Florida, the WWE is essential work.
Oh, well, They're
Yeah.
not lying.
If you guys need work, get into wrestling. That's what I'm hearing. Get into wrestling. What about wrestling tigers?
Wrestling.
Does anybody wrestle tigers? Is that a
Mhm.
thing? I'm gonna look that up right now.
It
I
could be.
wrestled a tiger or two once.
Mhm.
I think that was a
Back when I
cougar.
was
Wrestler,
Back when I was-
barely knew her.
Barely
yeah.
knew her.
You got me there.
I sat on a lion, well, stuffed one when I was a kid, but eh. As close as I got.
Man, I can't believe that Calvin and Hobbes turned out like this.
I know.
All right, I found tiger wrestling. Hold on.
You guys remember the Now Volume 1?
Yeah.
Now Volume 2?
No, that's what I call music.
Yeah, that's what I call
Yeah.
music.
My coworker has a shirt that says, "No, that's what I call garbage," and it has a logo. It's so good. Oh man, that's just
Tiger
fucking
wrestling. This is why you don't drink and drive tigers,
At least wear a shirt. Jesus.
right?
That's a baby tiger, though. It's a little baby. Oh,
awesome.
I don't know. He might
he's showing
snag like
fear.
your shirt.
I'm
He's
not a
showing
fan
fear.
of you biting myself to death.
What? Everybody that walks in there needs to have a baseball bat with them, like just in case.
How
'Cause then
about just
what
like
he's trying to like fist fight with a tiger. Oh,
chainmail or
shit.
plate armor?
Oh damn, he kind of like told him what's up.
I mean, yeah, I'm giving to him. He wrestled tiger. He wrestled it. Counts. I'm giving it to him, folks.
He's giving it to him
Barely.
a lot hard.
Yeah, just barely.
Barely knew.
Just barely. Got Flying Ryan, Voltronics. What up, guys? Oh, looks like Grumpy Trev's gonna jump on in a second. Oh yo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They
That's what's up. I want to know.
got tigers in Australia?
I mean, I'm sure that they've got Tiger Kings in Australia. After you see
he
how
could
many
be the-
wives
he could
and
be Tiger
husbands a
King.
Tiger King gets, it's pretty obvious right now that that's the real commodity that they're working on. It's just like, more marriages. Because I bet you then it's like these other people, once you marry them, they're legally obligated to help pay for the tiger in the business if they own part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Gearhead, you got the fucking that glow print rig, the Racalero? Oh yeah, you can't show it.
Can't show it.
Yeah, I can't show it.
You know what I mean?
Mr.
Fucking
Burger. What's up, Mr. Burger?
I'm trying to get my Stormer flying right
Is
now.
your name Donnie? Donnie Burger?
It's Bubba.
Bubba Burger.
Bubba's Burgers.
just wrap this one up right now.
Look
But
at that. That looks sick. Dude, you've been just cranking out BQE rigs the entire shutdown.
Yeah. It's true.
Got to get them ready.
I bet you if you look on the chair right underneath you, it just says BQE.
No, my whole board goes though.
Hell yeah. Chris, what are you printing right now? Ducks?
yep, multicolored squirt duck.
You just doing your hot swap right at the beginning?
No, I'm hitting pause and then pulling it out real quick and hitting resume and getting her going.
Word?
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
This is what I'm working on right now.
Nice.
Dude, this
Dude,
thing when I try to
that-
take off, it just like fucking freaks out. And I don't know
shit.
why. Yeah. That gets
What's
scary.
on it?
I was standing way back.
That color swap
on it?
is sick.
Yeah.
This is the Schizo Flight 1 board. And Holy Bros 32 amp ESC. Some Johnny Motors, 2207 Johnny Motors. That's the PQE Stormer.
Colorado's getting a $10 billion aid package from the FAA. To
10 billion what?
To put it, FAA is giving Colorado airports $10 billion to fix their airports.
That's good.
Oh,
They're
but
gonna
fuck
build a
us.
drone. They're gonna build a drone
right.
airport.
What do you need that money for other than runway? Do like hella baggage claim. Like where you can do social distance at baggage claim.
Oh, I know. How's that gonna work?
Look, Denver's
yeah.
already got a badass airport.
Yeah, Denver airport's fucking huge. It's the largest airport by land size.
Yeah, it's massive, dude.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, damn.
Laid. Correct.
It's even worse when she calls you dude.
True. It's true.
Damn, rectum. Just rectum without the punchline. Rectum.
This is that Bandolero.
So that's all the
I'm
glow
gonna try these.
filament?
Yeah, this is all glow in the dark.
Is that the 45?
That's 45. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying these 4-bladed HQ props.
Oh yeah.
5x4.3.
They're 4.8.
I dig some
4.8 by 3.4.
I dig some 4 blades on like a race quad. I never tried them on the freestyle quad though.
So they're a little bit shorter.
Yeah, they're pretty low pitch, but you got an extra blade.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. How you like it?
I haven't flown it yet. I
Oh,
just
fuck.
tried them out, or just put them on. Somebody just sent these to me with. I bought something else, and they sent me some free props. So I got 2 sets of these. I bet it does pretty good though. I like how 4-bladed props handle.
0.5 rib squeak right now.
I need to get mine rip squeak done.
Was Gravy building a rip squeak? Can't remember. I think he was. I miss Gravy. Where the fuck's Gravy?
He's out parking cars.
Yeah, where the fuck is Gravy?
Yeah, where's the coffee?
He's getting coffee. Parking the cars.
For sure. Where's Chad? Missing Chad.
I hit
this
him
week.
up earlier.
At Dragon Ears. I send Dragon Ears the link.
Where the fuck are you guys all at? Is what we're saying.
Rose.
Oh, that's bright.
Yeah.
Damn. That's super bright.
Wow. Those are the.
It
Those
really
are just
lights
race
up.
wire?
These are the ones that you sent me.
Oh, word. Those are the. iFlight
iFlight
version.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fucking bright.
The only problem is, and this is only on 5-volt. The only problem is there's 40 LEDs, and Betaflight can only do 32 lights. So the end of this one's not lit up.
Oh, well, you don't have to program them in Betaflight, but you wanted that control?
Yeah, I'd have to like double them up, so I couldn't make it asymmetrical. Or I'd have to wire it up so 2 of them are controlled as one light rail. I just got to change a few wires around, but
that's
it looks
cool.
pretty sick. I didn't know this toothless camera, you cannot flip it over. You can't flip the image inside it.
Huh.
So I had to mount it like sticking way out.
There was one other Fox Air cam like that. I can't remember which one.
It fits in there upside down where it's supposed to, but I got to run it right side up so I have an image that I can use. So I got to do a little revamp and find something else to put in there.
Oh, yeah.
but it's coming. I put race gates up out in the football field Saturday, Friday, whatever day was nice. That's my first
Oh,
time
yeah.
really trying to fly gates. So
How
I
did you
saw
feel
your
about the setup
video.
process?
I was
Yeah, I
what?
saw that too.
How'd you feel about that setup process?
It was all right. I've only had 2 packs, and I only ended up recording the first pack. The second one was way faster, and I actually tried to stay on the track more, but it didn't record but 30 seconds of it, and then it shut off. So I don't know why. It just quit recording.
Damn,
But
that's a session on that one?
no, that was my 8.
Oh, all right.
I
Oh,
had
we
my
got
8. I was just a
Trev.
bandolero.
Hey, there's Trev.
Hey,
Hey.
What's up, man?
g'day.
He's getting his headphones working. Well, that's cool. Like, I mean, my biggest thing was like once I got gates and started setting them up, I was like, damn, I need friends to fly with now, and for them to set
Exactly,
up the
yeah.
gates for me.
We should set up like just a real generic track that we can all go like a football field and set them up all in the same
that'd be
area
fun. Yeah.
and time it,
No, we
time
can't hear
yourself
you yet,
or whatever.
Trev. Can't hear you. Nope. Oh,
We have our own little leaderboard.
We can set up like UTT tracks and stuff, and
Yeah, exactly. There's UTT tracks already.
down.
We can do that. There are some that are
But
very
it'd be-
simple.
But it'd be cool to have like places that you could leave the gates up.
right?
Permanent track is an ideal for any racing pilot, of course. I mean, fuck, I
Right.
wish.
You just have to put signs up around your track saying "Beware of coronavirus" on gates. And you're good.
there was this one time when I lived in the house previous to this one where there was a back field outside of my house that was beautiful, and we were training there for an upcoming race, and we just left the gates for like 20 minutes or so. When we came back, they had just all stolen like the PVCs and the fabric, and it was just thrown like in the bushes. Like it made absolutely no sense. Like the fuck, like it was just destroyed in 20 minutes. So it never happened again.
So like they took it apart, started to steal it, and was like, you know what? This isn't worth it.
They took it apart and then they threw it in the bushes. And then at some point I was also thinking like, okay, I'm living in a tiny little town that's technically part of Mexico City, but it's still a tiny little town that was just absorbed by the
There
city.
you go, Trev.
And they had fabric that like we had fabric that MultiGP sent us that said voodoo quads. And I was just thinking like maybe they're super Catholic and they saw voodoo and they were like, fuck this shit, we're getting rid of it.
Oh,
But I don't know. I'll never know.
Got you now, Trev.
that's
Well, they can't be
crazy.
too Catholic.
Got you now,
Well,
Trev.
Good.
Hey, there we go. How's it going?
Hey,
Long
boys and
time
girls.
no see.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not a lot really. I've been pretty busy. I've been trying to get on, but my services have been needed. So what can you do?
How
Yeah.
how's things been over on the other side of the world with the whole pandemic going on?
It's not too bad here at the moment. We're still locked down, but we can't go out and fly. Fly in the backyard is about it. It's the only thing that sucks.
Yeah. So that they're not
You got that
letting you out to
gnarly
the
wheat
fields at
tractor,
all?
right?
What was that?
Are they letting you out to the fields at all, or?
No. You
Damn.
can go out and buy essential items only. You can go out and have a walk, but can't fly.
Damn.
Can
Well,
you
you could-
walk and fly at the same time?
Yeah, but it costs you $1,600.
Oh. That's not
What if somebody
joke
pulled
money.
you in a wagon? Could you sit in the wagon and fly while somebody else was walking?
It's a
What
possibility.
about a couch
Or a
on a
wheelchair?
flatbed pulled by a truck?
You need a wheelchair.
Yeah, well, then they'd get you flying in the wrong area. What they do over here is if it's not essential travel,
Oh.
if what you're going out to do, they call it not essential,
Mhm.
they're stinging you $1,600. That's in our state. Other states are $1,000.
So are they
wow.
actually like stopping stopping cars as they're traveling through in places?
Yeah, all over on the borders they are. But if you've got a caravan on the back of your car, they'll pull you over and ask you where you're going.
Oh wow.
If you say you're going on holidays, they'll turn you around and find you, hit everyone in the car with a $1,600 fine.
Holy cow!
Right.
It's
So,
something like that here, like it's a misdemeanor, but they still it's a order of lockdown, and they tell you, you know, you can, if you're gathering in more than 10 people, you'll get a fine and a misdemeanor. But yet at the same time, they were like, but you should still go out hiking and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's any more than 2 people over here,
Oh wow.
unless it's your
That's
immediate
fucked.
family. Yeah.
What if you're
Yeah, so
pregnant with twins and there's 3 people? Are you not supposed to
Oh.
go anywhere? Huh? Let's turn
No,
science on its head.
If you're
Classify
pregnant with
that
twins,
as
you probably
family.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
You can't exist anymore, Zorro, if you're pregnant with twins.
You
Damn,
just
well,
well, I
can't
better
exist
not
anymore.
get pregnant
You have to keep
again.
backing up the whole time.
Again.
All right, so I was just sitting here and I was like, dude, I should have had a drink ready, right? I was like, I don't have anything to drink. I have no drinks. And then I just remembered, all right, this is good news, bad news situation. So bad news, I don't have a drink. I just remembered I have a case of fucking White Claws. That's the good news. Bad news again is that they're all warm. The good news again is that I don't care, so I'm gonna go grab them.
Oh.
This is just an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
God damn it. But I'm gonna go get another beer.
There you go. There you go. It has
So
begun.
what has kept you so busy as of late, Trev?
Well, I do a lot of work in the medical industry over here, so it's been a bit crazy for the last 4 months.
Oh shit.
Which is good
Yeah.
because now I'm quiet, so I'm not going out at the moment because it's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Hence, I
My
can get
wife said-
online and do a bit of flying around the backyard.
Oh
Right.
yeah. So how's
You still have
everything been treating the supply of gear for you?
Very slim pickings at the moment. That's why there hasn't been too many videos.
Yeah.
The last lot of stuff I got was absolute shit. It's just toy stuff, so I refused to do it. They didn't like that, so bad luck.
Yeah. I mean, I
that
bet
seems
you
to be
the
the case
supplies
around here.
choked up pretty good. It's starting to dry up over here too. For sure.
Dude, you can't get anything TBS right now. You can't get fucking, it's hard as fuck to get 3D printing filament. Fucking, like, I tried to get vape juices, like the stock of vape juices is getting to a bare minimum. Like any direction you go in trying to order shit, fucking everything's getting, stock is starting to get low.
I heard
Yeah,
they shut
unless they
down a
got-
couple meat plants, massive meat plants in Canada and the U.S. the other day.
I seen that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there was
Food's not.
Go ahead.
Food's not actually. Hang on a sec. I just meant to move it. It fell down. Hang on. Food's not a problem over here at the moment, but getting anything else is a bit of a pain.
I've noticed prices going up on like meat and shit like that. They're starting to jack that shit up.
Yeah, eggs and milk and shit's going up around here.
I saw.
What's your fuel prices like?
What's the what?
Your fuel prices, your gas.
Down, very low.
Yeah, like
$1.60 something, or
Yeah.
$1.70 something here.
I think we were $1.78.
Lowest they've been since I've started driving almost.
Yeah, well, ours went from $1.60. That's a litre down to 95 cents, isn't it?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
that's a
a
pretty
there's
good
a
jump.
massive supply. Because I think there was like some production war going on between Russia and Saudi Arabia and Iran, maybe, where they were all pumping, try to knock each other out of the business. And then this whole thing hit, and then supply was just, filled up.
Like, gas is cheap, but you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, right? Yeah. How are you going to use gas? Pretty nuts. But I think staying in the air, flying is We're lucky. We're lucky that we'll be able to get outside like that at least.
Yep. So, hey Trev, you still got the that gnarly track in your basement set up? The whoop track?
Yeah, yep, certainly have.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got something to do there.
Yeah, it's a bit better now. I'm going to do a video probably today or tomorrow and attempt to fly around it using this thing. This is the eSheen Cinecam. I was flying that yesterday. A lot of fun. Good camera. That's why I like
yeah?
using it.
Hell yeah.
At least you can get decent footage out of it.
Shit, yeah.
You
That's
know
the
what
HD
I
cam
always
one, right?
say. My new impression.
That's the one with the HD cam, right?
Yep. It's got
Hell yeah.
the twin one. I've got the name of the thing. The
Oh yeah, whether it's stacked together.
Oh,
Okay.
the Tarsier?
yeah, that's it.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Sweet.
Tarsier.
Yeah, Stu was live a second ago, and we had to do the green screen cutouts.
I was watching it. It was good.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if the Tiger King has changed your country, but it's totally changed our country forever. I don't know if it's for the better or the worse, but it's like a show about people who just breed tigers for petting zoos. And it's like disaster porn. It's bad. But that's where all those characters are from.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like the newest meme over here.
It's the biggest movie on Netflix right now, and it's a shit show.
Yeah.
Being
But
that it
it's
was the
interesting.
number one thing in America really says something about
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, it does. Not a great thing to say about us, but it's something, you know? I'll take it.
I thought there'd be a lot more on because there's no one's doing anything, are they? Can't fly, can't go anywhere.
I know, right? Yeah, I think it's kind of died down in the amount of people looking at buying stuff because you can't buy stuff, or looking at the idea of flying. Like I know I've got my last 3 rigs and no more parts to go into them. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I know one of the guys over here ordered one of those Mobula 7s or 6s, whatever it was, and that was 3 months ago. He's still waiting for it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Trappy assured me earlier in in one of the TBS things that that TBS shit was on its way here to America. I don't know about everybody else, but isn't like like the 3D printer filament that I had trouble with that. Isn't some of that shit made here though? In America?
Matter Hackers? Maybe Matter Hackers has their own brand that's made here.
We can get plenty of shitload of it over here.
Yeah, is Australia shipping? That's the problem. I mean, Armatan
Shipping
should
from-
start selling it.
Well, the biggest thing to
Australia
beat
to-
over here is seed. Like if you're selling seeds, the seed manufacturers or the packers over here, like vegetable seeds, you can't buy them over here. But they've actually closed down their websites because they've had that many orders they can't catch up.
Holy
Oh
cow.
wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think, people are getting ready to not travel. It's going to be localized economies for a little while.
Is it cheap to also buy points for airlines? Or is it just airplane tickets that are cheap? Because if you can buy points, then we should buy a whole bunch of points.
No one flying over here at the moment.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my business partner, when he came, he brought his family out of Texas up to Massachusetts, and he said that he didn't see anybody in the airport the whole time. Like he got to the airport in Texas, all the way to Massachusetts, and back to his house, and didn't see anybody in there. He picked
By
the
the way,
good
when you
time,
say,
but
can you not say business partner, just say partner, so people are not sure if you're gay or that'd be so cool.
yeah, but
So your
There's
partner's
nobody.
not there.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
that was a few weeks ago. I don't know if people are starting to take advantage of the cheap prices yet, but I don't know where you can go. I don't think there is anywhere to go. It's not safe.
I bought so much random shit on Amazon, and usually I'm not a huge Amazon buyer, but I have like nothing else to do, and I started buying like random shit, and I'm usually like could have fuzzy headed when I order it late at night. So I'm like getting this shit. I'm like, yeah, I want it, but like, where's that coming? Just the randomest shit.
Do you see how like all the messages on almost everything you look at is like, we are not prioritizing this shit right now. It might take a while for you to fucking get it.
Dude, I ordered masks, the cloth ones with a little thingamajiggies. Like when this shit started, like first started popping off, and it was supposed to be shipped last week. So thank God that dude sent me the mask.
Well,
Because I wouldn't have had any.
I reckon you look better with the mask on now.
Yeah, especially if you touch. You never mean this. Burn.
If you have to start wearing it, you have to shave. When was the last time you shaved, Zorro?
Bro, I wear the mask with the under furl.
Yeah.
I've tried tucking it in, but it's like, dude, I don't know what to do, dude. How's everybody else with facial hair doing it? You guys aren't wearing masks, huh?
I just like pull mine real tight.
You have to get a sandwich bag, and
Yeah.
you got to put your beard in the sandwich bag, and then put a little like twist tie on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way.
Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious.
I think if you braid it, it'll make it easier.
Maybe
I got a package of just regular ones that I can.
Can we cut out a hole
I
in
got
it
'em.
so my beard will fit through it, so it's not squished out?
I seen a Facebook group of a bunch of guys doing that. They cut the inside of the mask out and they just wear it, so you can still see their face. It's like an I'm not gonna wear a face mask thing.
Why would somebody do that?
That's so fucking dumb.
You gotta just like rubber glue the important parts of the mask right onto your nose and a little bit
Tattoo
over
one.
your mouth, and you're good.
Yeah.
Still keep your beard.
What is pretty cool about this is that all the stupid people will like be in danger. You know what I mean? Of like getting sick. So that's kind of good. It's gonna play out where
Weed
if
'em
you
out.
think that you're right, yeah, exactly. It's
I just hope they stay home. That's the problem. You know,
Well, they're gonna
I think
come here.
everybody's gotta stay home for the betterment of everybody.
Mm-hmm. We've been staying home.
Trev, so how many days have you been at your house?
Probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, so it hasn't fully set in. Are you doing crazy things yet to like entertain yourself? Or are you breaking down like the rest of us or what?
I've actually, nah, not yet. It's driving me fucking nuts. I'm getting out, but I can still fly around the house and, well, actually, until yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I actually hadn't flown for about 3 months.
Damn.
So to give you an idea, that's how busy I've been. And this is actually giving me a break. I'm quite enjoying it. It's just a bit risky going out, that's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that that it's not getting you like that. We're all
Have you
sitting
have
here
you picked
like,
up any other hobbies? Have you tried like, I'm going to learn how to play guitar, or I'm going to learn how to sing a song, or read a book?
No, actually, I've been I've got a garden going out the back, and I've been doing that probably for 12 months. I'm pretty heavy into that. Built myself a greenhouse and shit, and
hell yeah.
That's keep me sane. Like you go out there and just veg out, get it?
Oh, that's what's up. What's up, Chad? How you doing?
Yo, guys, what's good? Sorry I'm late.
Oh, good. Howdy.
Hey there. You missed out all the Tiger King fun.
Yeah. I can drag one in for you.
I was trying
yes,
to.
please.
I was checking it. Oh shit.
There it is. Perfect. Yeah.
Hold on, we can get a better one in for you if you want muscles.
That's amazing. Here we go.
Wait, I got you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Got him.
Now don't move your head ever again. All right. Okay. It was tough for people. It's tough for people to keep up with it.
Yeah, AJ's is pretty hot.
Right? Yeah, he's got it installed in his OBS though, so it makes it easy. I don't have to fucking chase his head. It's all up to him.
Did you guys
That's what she said.
Oh, good one.
Out of nowhere.
That's how. All that urine you're drinking is really paying off.
Oh.
Survival.
Your favorite beer. Your favorite beer, Zorro. It's the only beer I like at my local store. I'm not gonna go get stuff in the middle of the city. Like I'm
like
complying with the quarantine.
I always like the dark Modelo. I preferred the Negra over the.
The dark Modelo is really, really good. Oh yeah.
Like it.
Well, now everybody prefers dark beer, huh?
So Trev, yeah, in America they've deemed things like liquor and marijuana as essential services. They've I don't know if they've deemed tobacco products yet as essential services, but they did yesterday in Florida deem the WWE wrestling essential services. So they're
Holy
allowed
shit.
to keep operating their business.
That's fucked because here they're actually talking about, like in Virginia, you have to go to the liquor store. It's called the ABC store. They're actually talking about closing the ABC store here.
Oh shit!
People lose their fucking minds, though, man. I mean, I'm not a drinker any longer, but at the end of the day, I know that when folks out there really kind of rely on that for their lifestyle, and yeah,
Around here they really do. Like around here, like 2 of the 3 cities that are in my little like small tri-city, very small area, 2 of the 3 cities at one point had 3 of the ABC stores, 3 liquor stores. They had no other store that they had 3 of in each city except for liquor stores.
the liquor store.
But at the end of the day, it's not an availability problem. It's how people, it's the upbringing, and it's what people are dealing with that makes them drink a lot or not. Like even if you have it there available, like I can't drink more than 3 beers because I'll just pass out. Like I'm super lightweight in that sense. But I can drink. I don't know.
Just 3 beers.
It's a culture for some people,
the
though.
fun thing,
that's the thing. Like
exactly.
some Italians drink wine. They're not necessarily alcoholics, but they drink wine as part of their culture. So
Pretty sure
I get it.
Kept wine going. They had to.
Yeah.
Oh, and hi, Grumpy Trev. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
How's it going?
Good, mate. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome. Where are you? Where are you at down under?
Do you know where Melbourne is?
Oh yeah, Ben.
Nowhere near there. No, about 100 k's south of Melbourne.
Right on.
Right back.
I've been to Australia a couple times, twice actually. I've always enjoyed it.
Did you ever go down to the Great Ocean Road?
No. I was mostly there working, and I would have a few days off. But I went to Sydney, I went to Melbourne, I went to Brisbane, I went to Perth. Some spot a little north of Sydney as well. I can't remember what it was, but I was down there with a band touring. So you're in, you do a show, you wait a couple days, you go to the next city while it gets carted over. But
we're the next biggest city that in Victoria, where Melbourne is.
Right.
Just down the road. It's about not very big, 250,000 people or something like that. I think.
It's big compared to my city.
You're
trying
in
to
West
think.
Virginia?
What's it called though, Trev?
Yeah.
Geelong.
I'm sorry? Geelong?
No, G for goat. Geelong.
Got Geelong.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
I saw a documentary the other day about West Virginia, and I was like, Whoa, that's where Unruly lives. Oh my god, I want to hug him. Oh,
I'm just gonna own it.
It's rough, yeah.
It is only
Chad,
45 minutes from here, so.
Chad, how are things in New York City?
Woods.
I mean, pretty much the same. Staying in still mostly. The weather here hasn't been that inviting. It's if it's not raining, it's pretty gloomy and it's like in the 50s. So it's not like super exciting to even want to be outside necessarily. I did go out on a little run yesterday to grab some things, and some things were still pretty low, like toilet paper and shit like that. Bread was like definitely way more generic, and there was very little options in terms of bread and stuff. I did manage to score a couple of Red Bulls and some bread, some eggs and shit. But it's the same, man. I go outside and there's plenty of people wearing masks. I see plenty of people not wearing masks. But I don't see a lot of groups anywhere.
That's good.
But yeah, I haven't gone anywhere, man. And if I do go out, I've got this 10-inch. I got a Maiden, and I'm fucking. I'm ready. I just rebuilt my other ones. I have three macro quads ready to rock, and I just really want to go rip. And it's just kind of depressing not to be able to go. Like, not to mention I'm sleeping late right now.
Have you seen this macro stuff that Chad does?
No.
Whip out one of those 10 inches, bud. Whip
You
out
want
your
me to whip out my 10-inch? All right, cool. Here, I'll
gnarly.
With pleasure.
No, Chad is working on some big quads. It's awesome. Like, and he freestyles them. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, check this thing out.
I have three different airframes built out right now. This one was my first one. This is Stretch X. It's a 405 millimeter wheelbase. It's called the Slim Nasty 405, and this is running. It's only running 6S, but it's running 3115s at 1050 kV on Aeronaut Cam biblades. I'm running 2600 pack on this 6S. Sometimes a 22 if I want to just go fast. But if I want a lot of punch power, I run the 26. It's interesting though. These quads are all very proportionate. You know, it's not like, you know, I love X Class for the sheer size of it, but I'm not a big fan of tube arms. Like, I would love to see an all carbon frame in that class rather than something that, you know, whereas macro is an interesting format because it's all run around 9, 10, 11 inch quads, and you're seeing, you know, 6S, 8S, and some 12s, but all the frames are much more purpose built. So that's the Nasty.
You don't fly around the house.
No, I don't even. I'm wary with these things, man. Even with props
They
off
sound
of them,
terrifying.
it does sound gnarly. This is a modified BQE Bandolero. Bill Brissett was kind enough to make me some 10 millimeter thick arms to put it out at 10 inches. It's close. I don't actually have an exact wheelbase measurement on this, but it's probably right around 400. But this is a smushed X. And whereas the Nasty I find a little better for aggressive forward flight and almost more racing type profile, this lends itself to pure freestyle, and it flies great fast in one direction or whatever, but it definitely lends itself. It feels better as a freestyle platform. It's a smushed X, same basic powertrain as the other one, but just a different class. But again, very purpose built, and everything's in proportion.
What sort of speed you getting out of these things?
I mean, I've not gotten an accurate read on mine, to be honest. And the next one I'm going to show you is I do intend to get another friend of mine who's built a couple in the same class has hit, 130 on some of his peaks. I would say we're cruising much faster than a 5-inch, closer to probably like 70 miles an hour cruising speed, just, you know, not a lot of throttle. I generally speaking, when I'm flying in a park, I'm 20 to 50% throttle just to maintain sanity within the amount of space that I have, because it really kind of warps the time space when you're used to flying a 5-inch and then you're on a macro, because of the ground you cover and the amount of the space that everything takes it changes, you know, proportionally, and it's pretty interesting. But it definitely makes 5-inch quads feel kind of meh after you fly on these. But this one is my latest build, and this is an experiment in lightweight versus power, and this is an 8S powertrain. And this airframe before packs is 800 grams, whereas the other two are more like 1100. And those are running 6S. This is an 8S build at 800 grams, and all up will be right around 1400 grams with 2200 packs. And this is the one that I'm going to be seriously looking at speed. I want to do some mile long challenge runs and see how fast I can do a mile back and forth. I think this is gonna have some potential. I'm pretty excited. I haven't flown it yet.
That's pretty sick. I love the color of the print too.
I'm a big fan of red and black, but I decided to do something different with this one. But this is actually running
every single prop when you're using them.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to be balancing props. And actually I'm set up to do some I've got some bi-blades I've got a fucking to do. But yeah, with the bi-blades, I think it's a lot more important with the bi-blades because you only have 2 points of mass in your rotation, and if either one of those is off, then you're going to see some serious issues. I think a tri-blade can be a little more forgiving, but even then, you want to get your tri-blades as close to balance as you can, but they're kind of a pain in the ass, especially when it comes to the hub. I don't know what other people's experience is, but I just started learning to balance within the last year, so it's been a bit of a journey, I guess. It's a bit of a learning experience.
Have you made in that one yet or no?
No, I got it all tested. It's all tech ready. It spools up and everything's right. I just the weather hasn't been good, and I just don't want to take any chances with it because this one's definitely a little more serious. And then my goal for this summer was to do a 10, 11-inch ish class on 12S. My plan was this summer I wanted to do a 12S macro and just keep it as light and as powerful as juxtaposed as I can possibly come up with, like the lightest but most powerful 12S build I can come up in around a 10-inch with proper all carbon frame. So that's interesting, and I'm hoping to be able to do that still this year, as long as we get back to work someday. But yeah, that's kind of my goal for the year. And actually, it's really awesome because the guy that designed the first frame I showed you, Stefan, from Standing Quads, like we've been talking a little bit. And he's like, dude, I'm totally down to brainstorm and do a quad with you. And I'm like, wow, that'd be fucking great. That'd be like, I'm super humbled to even have that opportunity because I admire him greatly for his design work. So it could be cool. I'm hoping.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. I wonder, like, how many other quads are just waiting for this thing to be over to get flown, or like.
I mean, thankfully,
thousands, millions.
Right?
I'm sure there's a lot, man. I mean, thankfully, I see a lot of my friends managing to get out, and I'm so happy for them because I know that it's a lot more challenging here, and the parks are hit and miss still with everything that's going on. You know, there's still plenty of soft targets in there. They're just not in groups. You know, if anything, having them more spread out, I think might almost make it a little more challenging here because now we used to just get a group of people, and now you'll get a slower, steady stream of people. You know, more often. So I don't know.
Trev, are the lockdown orders for you, are they national or are they local governments?
Local.
Local?
But it's every every state, actually all of Australia's locked down. The borders are closed as well.
Oh wow.
Oh, your borders are closed?
Yep. You even need to go into another state. You need a permit. If you can get one, you have to have a good reason to go in there.
Oh, no shit.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, they're keeping it pretty well in control over here. I mean, I know you guys are doing it pretty tough, especially in New York, but
yeah,
it's really is. They're doing a good job over here at the moment. There's not many cases at all, a couple of thousand for the whole country.
Wow.
Whilst New York's numbers are crazy, I think, generally speaking, New York is doing what we have to do. I mean, there's a lot of people here, and it would be a lot to ask for everybody to actually stay the fuck in to some, you know what I mean, to some degree. But I'd say, generally speaking, the traffic and everything is so much lighter than it has ever been. So I'm hoping that's what, you know, they're saying it's flattening. I hope to God that's true.
Right?
Let's
yeah.
hope.
The distancing in a city is pretty difficult to pull off, I'm sure.
Well, considering most buildings, you know, I live in a 3-story, and I live in a, you know, old Brooklyn house, 3-story house. It's 3 apartments or whatever, you know, and I'm in the second floor, so that puts one group of people above me that I might have interaction with going in and out or whatever. But I mean, dude, most buildings are 20, 30, 40, 400 fucking units. You know what I mean? So like I can't imagine, like, you know, there's hundreds of people using the same elevator every day. And it's a lot harder. A lot harder.
Yeah, I'm out in Western Mass, and everybody's so spread out here that it's spread pretty damn slow. From the testing that's been done. But yeah, I think that geographically it changes like that. I can't imagine cities.
New York City is a special case, though, man. I mean, you've got one of the densest populations stacked in a tiny fucking area. I mean, New York goes tall, you know, so it's pretty unique in that regard. It's very dense. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a. It's funny when the first like heat maps were coming out for New York, man. You could punch in your zip code, and as soon as I punched in my zip code, like I was in the red zone. And I'm like, that's it. I'm just staying the fuck inside. No. I'm in the red zone. I'm just gonna stay home. I will go out when I absolutely have to, and figure out a way to not go crazy in the meantime.
You can do what Zorro did and just move into the virtual realm.
VR. I got one. I told him I'm gonna have to buy the spray paint game because it's only like $15. But I definitely have some VR stuff. So
it's the best. I love that shit.
Trev, you ever get down with the VR?
I seen someone playing with the other day, doing some spray painting with VR. That was pretty cool.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, Zorro's, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that shit.
Yeah, he been just consumed by it, and it seems like it's fucking awesome.
They don't fly anymore. Then until I'm sick of it. I'll get sick of it at some point, but till then, I'm one.
I'm stoked that you tried Tilt Brush because it's a cool program.
It's super cool. That was really fun. I mean, it's a different thing, but it's definitely like creative. And
it has its own thing, though. Yeah, and the dope thing, like I said, is that you can actually generate object files. Okay, so you can take 3D object files from whatever the world, and you can put them in VR. So if you want to bring something into your world, you can do that, and you can paint around it, or you can create something around that. So you know what I mean? And then the interesting thing about that is that you can then in turn export what you created as an object file. So you have an interchange to and from virtual reality in that regard. And so you can literally create something in VR and then bring it out, put it on your slicer, and print it into reality.
Oh wow.
You know what I would love to do?
Awesome.
I would love to make an avatar of me, and then I can make love to myself in VR.
There it is.
Just the way I like it. Come on.
Just all tell Zorro to go fuck himself.
Yeah, and I'll be like, I'll be right back.
Gladly.
Lockdown's really getting to him.
I don't even know what to say.
Next thing you know, there'll be like
Malkovich.
Zorro torrents, like where you can download him.
Have you sat in Tilt Brush and just loaded community shit at all? Like just looked
No.
at some of the shit. Do that sometime. Like I did that one time when I was nice and high, and I just sat there for a while, just clicking through and watching all these scapes, all these 3D scapes just unfold in front of me. It was so fucking awesome. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah, Wombat's girlfriend made him like it's like a huge dragon that you can like walk through, and then there's like vagina castles and all kinds of. She did, but dude, it's pretty dope for sure. I love that. It's kind of creepy, like when you're doing it, because if you look around, you're like in the middle of nowhere. There's like nothing. You're like in the middle of space. So I always think there's something gonna like creep up behind me or something. But yeah, but it's pretty dope. I love that shit, dude.
It's cool. There's a lot of games you can interface with it and stuff. But like I said, like there's a space simulator game called Elite Dangerous that you can plug into the VR headset, and then you're flying around in space in the fucking spaceship and stuff. There's a lot of it's pretty dope. Somebody did Grand Theft Auto in VR. They made a fucking thing for crazy. They're cruising around in the car in VR.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
This is what you have to look forward to.
I've played the racing.
Trev, when you get locked in for another month and a half.
Yeah, I just think of that.
How long have you guys been? How long have you been locked down there?
Probably just going on to 3 weeks now.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends down there. I didn't really catch wind of how serious it was getting down there, so I'm glad I'm finding out. Need to reach out.
Yeah, it's not real bad, but it's a serious. Everyone's taking it pretty serious now, finally, because a lot of dickheads down there went to the beach and just ignored it.
Right?
a lot of dickheads went to the beach here too. Yeah.
A lot of Corona bros.
It's Corona bros.
But, you can still go out if you want to go out shopping and go to your local hardware store or whatever. You can still go down there. They've got all these little crosses set up now, so 1.5 meters. You got to keep away from people. And if you want to get in quicker, just start coughing.
Right there, you go.
It's like parting the seas,
Right. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, when this was all starting to come into America, like I went and stocked up. I didn't go crazy buying stuff, but I stocked up for a good while, and I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to go back to the store soon and get a re-up. But I haven't been to the grocery store in 4 weeks almost.
Right down to like Today we're eating Pop-Tarts and
bologna
sandwiches and piece of chicken that I found in the freezer.
Today I had I had soup and with goldfish crackers in it and fucking peanut butter sandwiches, but I made the best of it.
Well, everyone started panicking and buying toilet paper earlier on in the piece. You couldn't buy anything. Well, I'm thinking, what the fuck would they buy toilet paper for? If you can't eat, you can't shit. If you don't shit, you die. So,
right.
It's pretty dumb. I mean, of all things, toilet paper, and I still haven't worked it out.
I don't think anybody has, man. I don't know where the fuck. I don't know what happened there. Like, of all fucking things. I mean, I get it. Alcohol. Like, I fucked up. When I went out, I went out before it was really full swing, and everything was good. I got breads. I got everything I wanted. Like, nothing was really missing. And I could have gotten alcohol at that point. And then I went out literally less than, 5 days after 6 days when it was really starting to come into America. And that shit was gone. Like, you could not buy alcohol anywhere. And I kind of get alcohol and Everclear and things like that, because those have medicinal value. But toilet paper? I don't fucking understand it. I don't see a reason. Who started that? Like, where did that come from?
Waxfire and I were talking about how we're going to start recycling all of our paper waste into toilet paper. And that's how we're going to make it big.
It's also, you can buy just about anything now. It's sort of all the panic buying stopped now. I think.
Well, it was crazy that toilet paper went crazy here as well. But like the bodegas, so in New York City, there's a corner store like every block or two. We call them bodegas, and they have, you get cigarettes, grab a 6-pack of beer, munchies, whatever. And toilet paper was like untouched for a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks in the bodegas. And then I went out for something else, and I stopped. My bodega's literally across the street. Ran across the street to grab something. Fucking wiped out, man. Like, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, Pop, what happened? And he's just like, and fucking, it was just, and now I haven't seen like big name brand stuff coming in. I've seen more generic toilet papers and paper towels and shit and bread, like I said, because like all the name brand stuff seems to be gone.
Look at that John Wayne toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't take shit off nobody.
And then, of course, my challenge is that my latest challenge is that the laundromat across the street has been closed, and I hear there's laundromats open out there, but I'm not gonna go hang like my laundromat. I could just run across the street, chuck my shit in, bang, 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 get the fuck out, and come back to my house and chill. Go back, do the switch out, go back to my house and chill. And right now, I would have to go someplace and potentially sit there and wait, and then I can't fuck with that. So I'm hand washing everything now until further notice. So that's been a fucking drag because I'm like, oh fuck, I got laundry in and I gotta go to the fucking bathroom and deal with it.
You got like a big rock? You like rub it on a rock?
No, I just have a big tub, man. Just fucking, I work it out. I'm just fucking. Thankfully, I got
a
shower.
washboard. You got a washboard.
Basically. Such drag. Whatever. It's all good. My clothes smell nice.
There you go. We got that going for you.
Got that going
best,
for me.
It's the best cleaning service you can get.
Yeah.
Up. Well,
yeah, but I mean, otherwise, New York seems pretty. I mean, dude, the people are dying. That's an interesting thing, and that's a terrible thing. But generally speaking, things haven't gotten crazy here. Which I think is a good thing because certain things start running out, and then I think you could start seeing tensions flare, and that with a population this dense, that can happen quickly.
Well, I hope it doesn't get to that. Sure.
I mean, it from what I can tell, the indications don't lead me to think it's going to go down that road at this point. But I don't know. Everybody's out of work. That's another thing. Like, dude, I know so many people out of work.
Yeah.
And the unemployment system here is gridlock. It's if you don't get automatically approved, you're like in limbo, and they're like trying to call people or some shit. I know so many people here that are like, have you gotten unemployment yet? Have you gotten approved? Have you heard from it? Like, it's a fucking mess. It is a fucking disaster. So that's something.
Didn't somebody say they called like I don't know. I read somewhere that they called fucking a bunch of unemployment offices in all 50 states, and only 2 offices answered.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
Somebody said they called everyone in fucking West Virginia and Pennsylvania and said none of them answered.
Bro, last week I was putting down 50 to 100 calls trying to get through, and I got through one fucking time. And I punched in my information, and I got to the point where it says, please hold for a representative. I got to the right place on the menu, and as soon as I got there, it fucking hung up on me. And I was just like,
what about, have you tried to do it online?
No, that's the thing. Everybody who's in this situation has already done the online part. But that the thing is that, so traditionally self-employed people they're not eligible for unemployment, technically speaking. Like if you're an independent, you basically run yourself as a business, right? But they added that when they did the CARES Act, and so people that were self-employed or had their own small business, were now eligible for unemployment. And not only were they eligible for the unemployment, they're also eligible for the 600 extra a week that the government's kicking on. And it just fucking boom, exploded. You know, New York City specifically is like a haven for freelancers. It's like the capital of freelancers. There's more movie people, and a lot of people are union obviously as well, but there's a lot of fucking freelancers that work in the film industry and the entertainment industry and the TV show industry, and then the just general event industry, concerts, bar mitzvahs, all that shit, which is huge fucking business here. So we have a massive fucking freelancer population. So that kind of complicates things. So right now, there's fucking shit piles of people waiting to see if they're going to get approved or not for their claim.
So how do you think your leadership over there is handling it all?
Our leadership tonight pulled the payments to the World Health Organization. I don't know the reasoning behind it, so I'm not giving my opinion on that. I haven't read the article yet, but I did see that headline pop up on my phone.
Leadership for what?
Yeah.
Our government.
Oh,
what?
I know why I thought like a like a village or something. I don't know. I totally missed that boat. My bad.
Cheer leadership, Zorro. Cheer leadership.
So many cheers in there.
Fucking.
I was gonna say the homeowners association president.
What leadership?
Right. The
To
most
be honest,
responsible person is at the bottom because that's where the shit gets kicked onto.
Yeah.
That's how it seemed. I don't know. We're not doing too good.
They reacted too late, and then they
way
reacted poorly. You know, the funny thing was, is like I had friends and family in the Midwest, and they're like, I don't know, is this actually really serious? You know, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, it's already fucking too late. And I was like, we are past the point of containment. It's not even like before our government had done shit. Really, we were way past the point of containment, and I was calling it the whole time. And then it was like, and then New York turned into a fucking war zone as far as this infection is concerned. So, like I said, thankfully I saw it. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she like kind of gave me the extra little kick, and she's like, "Go to the store tonight." And it was like Sunday night at like, I don't know, 7:00 or some shit. And I went, and it was dead and full of shit. And I stocked the fuck up, and then within a week, it was chaos. And yeah, you know, people are talking about controlling it, and it's like, you know, the whole mask thing is like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Does it do any good? Does it not do any good? I'm like, well, if you have it, or at least a piece of cloth or something to help you from fucking coughing all over everyone, that is going to do something. That's going to add some positive to the equation, you know. But as far
I've
as
always had thought of why take the chance.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I want to err on the safe side. Can we 3D print some hands that just go over your face instead of a mask? So then if you cough, you always cough.
Just hold up the hand. And then
or
it out.
yeah, or just like zip tie it to your head.
There you go.
It's like, it's interesting. I mean, I'm thankful like the maker community has been able to step up, and as a maker, like I want to contribute more to the, you know, that movement as well. But there's also the side of me, like, it's like, fuck, like I have no way to, I don't want to take the risk of going out and dealing with people or any of that either. Getting material. I'm barely ordering shit online right now. I'm like, you know, the whole thing is it's challenging, but I'm very thankful to the rest of the maker communities that's been able to step up and help the situation. And I've tried to do my part by just sharing that information and getting, like, these are options, you know, and have those conversations, if nothing else. Because I've had friends like, oh, will you print me a mask? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to the fucking post office.
Right.
And I don't have a stamps.com account, and right now I cannot deal with it, and I'm not gonna have anybody coming here to get stuff either. So yeah, I can print shit, but I'm not dealing with the logistics of it. I just can't afford it right now. And
Get it outside on the street and I'll throw it down to you.
yeah, I mean that's yeah, it's fucked up. It's like that though, and it's fucked up. It's a bad, it's not I don't know, it's a fucked up situation.
You have to
Period.
attach a little servo to your quad to fucking release shit and fly it out to people.
Right? Right?
I've been printing a bunch of the face shields for my wife's clinic. She took them all to work.
Where are they getting the clear?
I just finished
clear plastic for that.
They ordered their own. I have no idea. There's like 500 sheets of it that they got when all this shit really took off here. I guess there's a difference between the quality. There was stuff that they got a whole bunch of it, but it's kind of hazy. Like it's like wax paper almost. Maybe not quite that bad, but they want like the crystal clear stuff. So
yeah,
if anybody knows where to get that shit, let me know. They can't find it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's bought out by now.
Just cut like shower curtains, the clear ones, and just cut a little little drape. Got him.
So Enoch's point just now, man, that's the other side. Like for me, man, I tried ordering shit like when I was even trying to make my own mask, like getting materials for me at that point was next to impossible.
So
I just wait till forever for anything.
There's like people that have done tests on using random materials, and I think like just 2 layers of cotton is like up to 60%, around 60%. So worst case you can do something like that, but like I've been trying to just stay away from the things that I could print that might not be helpful because they're not like safe enough. Because I don't have the right material, but I've been printing these things. You can't see them.
Those green.
This is just a thing. It goes on the back.
Right.
Instead of attaching to your ears, it attaches to this, and it's adjustable. And the local hospital just keeps asking for more and more of them.
Right on. That's basically what I printed here.
Yeah, similar thing.
This one says this. It's just got the straps for the thing to go into it. It's not adjustable. But my buddy's the head of the IT department at UVA, and so he asked me, and I found this one that says if you can read this, then you're too close. He was like, "Yeah, print me some of those." So I printed him up like 8 of them, and he swung by and picked them up this morning, and then took them with him to work. And he was there like a half an hour, and he sent me a message and was like, "Yo, I passed those things out, and everybody loved them." I was like, "All right, well, I'll print some more and fucking stick them back in the mailbox."
Yep.
Because I'm sticking them in the mailbox so that I don't have to actually meet up with him. But UVA is like a fucking super, like a super busy hospital, and he said that it's like a ghost town there now. They had a wing of the hospital that they had been planning on opening this summer, and because of this shit, they pressed to open it. They're opening it this week.
Yeah, I hear a lot of here in California too. A lot of stuff not being like full. I still haven't seen any like. I mean, I've seen tents and stuff outside of hospitals, but I haven't seen any people at all. So I don't know what that's.
I guess like the amount of people that actually like would normally be there is like really low too.
Mm-hmm.
He said like all the entrances and exits have been like sealed up so that people can't get in and out without being checked, I guess, and shit.
Oh, good shit. Good shit, Vice. I'm reading back. Yo, what's up, chat? I'm just catching up on the chat. I jumped in this thing almost forgetting we were fucking streaming, bro. Right. Holy shit. Are we streaming right now? What the fuck? This is like every other conversation we have. So I was like, what the fuck? What's
I see
up,
the chat moving, so I assume it is.
Fuck, I'm sorry. God damn it.
Doro, is that an emu or is that an ostrich?
That looks like an ostrich.
That's an ostrich.
Well, it's disappointing since Chad's here.
The great, the mighty emu.
A little disrespectful, man. Come on.
I'm coming out with my own thing. It's called Ostrich Flight.
Get it?
You may have heard.
Get it?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I can't even walk straight.
Let's get all those flights.
Have you tried?
We gotta get all those
flight.
What was that?
Have you tried the emu flight, Trev?
No. I've only flown. The first time I've flown in 3 months was yesterday. So.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. What size rigs are you flying outside?
I'm going out with my own thing. I'm really only flying 3-inch stuff now. I really enjoy it.
Oh yeah. So just sticking to that, and are you able to fly the 3-inch inside too, or no?
Oh, I can, but they don't. They get stuck in the wall too often.
All right.
I've got 3-inch motor and camera marks on my ceiling.
I feel
Yeah,
like that's going to happen a lot.
These things are all right to fly inside. At least you don't. You just put a few marks on the wall. You don't cut a big gouge out of them like the 3 inches do.
Yep.
Could it be dope to get like almost like augmented reality in your goggles where you're flying in a place, but it looks like you're flying in a different place? You know what I mean? That'd be pretty dope.
Yes, and that would be fucking crazy.
That would be so dope.
Or just like set up like gates in the augmented reality, like in the room that you're in, shit like that.
Yeah, augmented gates. That would be dope.
Or you could set up like a whoop race with augmented gates and also have like power-ups or like weapons.
Weapons would be sick. You knock the other people down.
Yeah.
That'd
Well, they
be
did
so
like a
tight.
thing. This company called Piro. I can't remember what it was called, but it was called the BiRobot drone, or maybe that was the name of the company. But they made like these little drones that that's what they were supposed. They had cameras on them, and you flew it through your phone. But it did that. It put like in the room while you were flying through, you saw like little
sick.
power-ups and shit. And when you would shoot the other drone, it would start killing the power to it as you were shooting it. So, once
That
you
is
shot
so
it enough,
cool.
it would just force it to land.
Yeah.
I've wanted
That's
to
awesome.
do. I wanted to do a bunch of the LaForge LED gates where you can. There's a firmware that LaForge had put out. You can take an old LaForge module and you hook it up to a string of LEDs, and then it actually scans multiple frequencies. It scans all of the RF from every channel, and then you can actually make teams out of channels. And then when you have to go around you put it like on a stick, and you have to fly around it to capture the flag, and there has to be enough of you, and it adds the RSSI up to change the color for whatever team is predominantly at that spot. And then you build a bunch of them, and you can fucking play capture the flag in reality, which is actually
cool.
All right,
pretty cool.
We need to get into figuring out the games, not the races, but the games. With
That's
whoops.
a cool game because, like, if you did that, you could
Yeah.
have it be like maybe you could set it so you have a gate, and once the majority of your team hits the gate, you capture it, right? That's what you're talking about.
Well,
And
what
so
this
then-
is you could do that for sure. That would be another way to
I think
apply
you
it.
do, like 3 gates or 6 gates per team, and you have them over like on either side of the field, and you got to go and hit the gates, But then maybe you gotta add something else where you gotta fuck with each other.
Gata RSSI is a little more. The nice thing about the flagpole type ones is that you have to be around them for a certain period of time for it to count. So it's not like you can just fly by it really quickly and capture it. You actually have to be there and keep your signal strength high long enough to actually capture it. It's like
Now,
a timer.
If other people get there, does it slow it down, or like from the other team if they show up?
Honestly, I'm not exactly sure how it calculates it, but we'll have to look it up. I know what it is, but the reality is that you could easily do this. You could take any old VRX module, any receiver module, and just 5606, the old any of those types of chips, and then use like an Arduino or something, and we could make it work however we wanted, just by using the signal strength.
Sounds like a hell of a fun time.
Because
That's
they do. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying they do it for whoops. Like my buddy was they were building tons of RSSI gates for doing lap timers, and they would just use a primary RSSI gate, and then they would use gates around the room to kind of confirm you're going through the course and all of that, and the logic would build up, and it would actually calculate your times, and it could differentiate because it's just looking at multiple frequencies. But somehow,
do you have the Whoop laps on your phone?
I don't.
Where you turn it on, you just set it down, you got to fly over your phone, and it reads the shadow.
Oh, really?
Every time you go past your phone, it's called Whoop laps. It's on Google Store. It's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
You got to set it in like a doorway where you can only go through a certain area.
I'm glad I kept
So
my old Android phone. Like I just use it for bullshit like that.
Yeah. Let me see if I got it still.
I was gonna say though, if you saw the
Say what?
I said, Trev, do you have an outdoor track too, or is
No.
it just your backyard?
No, just the backyard. I've got 2 dogs. If I put something out there, they'd eat it.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to my track currently. My dog fucking
dogs ate it.
The wind
I've
took
got
it down, and he chewed the fuck out of the gravity
I
gate.
got a Doberman who just loves anything that's made of plastic.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. You got trees at least, or no?
No, actually, the video I just put up, if you had a look at that, you'll see it. That's in the backyard. Not a lot at the moment.
Whoop Labs. Do they have that shit on iOS? Damn it! Now I gotta look.
Yeah, you just hit start. It's got like a countdown. You get beeps at you to start. Like 3 seconds right now. But yeah, and then every time you fly over it, 5.011 seconds. So you gotta be, I don't know how fairly close. 5.005 seconds. I mean, I'm 2 feet above my phone and it's still picking it up.
That's pretty freaking cool.
And then the cat walks across it and fucks
Well,
it
I
up.
was just gonna say, I was like, yeah, that's the one reason that's like what my friend Clint was building. Like they would break it into like a couple more gates around the room, and that way you were less likely to have miscalculations or mistriggers by utilizing a couple more sensors in the array for the overall thing, for the overcalculation. Because like that's Trev was asking me about speed, and I've always had
in the greenhouse.
I have GPSs sometimes on my rig, but I just found the GPSs don't tend to be as accurate for speed calculation unless you can really get out and stretch your legs. And in New York City, it's really hard to do that. It's almost better to use like a baseball, like a radar gun, if you have the mass to fucking get a good read on it. But I do with the macros.
Oh, I didn't even see that hole, Trev. I didn't even see it. Hold on. I didn't even see it. Oh, there it is in the corner. Dude.
Out the sun, that's funny.
Yeah, the little sun gap.
Mm-hmm.
Dalmatian. Dude, you weren't joking about the garden, huh? Every single corner's got a bed.
Yeah, more to come yet.
There's no result for Whoop Laps on the iOS store. I'm very, very sad right now.
I just need some better batteries. The flight time sucks.
What is that? Is it a? Excuse me. Is that a 3-inch?
Yeah, no, that's the Cinewoop.
That
thing.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, look at it. There's the
Is that Tarsier?
Yeah.
Or Tarsier? Or whatever, yeah.
Oh shit.
The what is the flight controller in that? Is it like an AIO?
Actually, no, it's just a what do they call those? Bumblebee thing. What do they call the things?
E-brain.
Brain light.
Newbie
drone. Nice gaps back here.
Is it a newbie drone? Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, depending on the ESCs, have you checked out JESC for?
Yeah, one of the guys was talking about that the other day, so I'll probably have a play with that later.
You should. You should. You don't have to pay for the telemetry module, but what a lot of the brushless guys are doing is they're flashing with just the JESC, the 48K firmware. That's it. They're not buying the telemetry. I think it's version 2.2, but generally speaking, everyone's been seeing a minute to a minute and a half of more flight time because for whatever reason on those smaller brushless whoops and things, JESC at 48K is running way more efficiently. So try it.
Oh, that might get you the battery time.
Yeah, I mean, on my Mob 6, I'm getting crazy time, and I'm gunning it. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, actually, I've got a Mob 6 here, but it's not mine. It's Stu's. He lent it to me 3 months ago, so I've still got it, Stu. If you're watching,
Do you should throw the Project Mockingbird tune on it with Emu Flight and JESC 48. It's awesome. It is really, really awesome. Patrick J. Clark has done a lot of work on the tunes. He's also taken the beta, the Mob 7, and he's gutted it and put it in the Mob 6 frame, and then ran it on 2S, but running the 65 millimeter class. And he said that's just absolutely bonkers. And he's got, I think he's got JEC on that build. But I love Patrick's tunes. He does some dope shit.
I couldn't imagine a tiny whoop on 2S with brushless motors.
He's calling it like the Macula 6.5 something or another. It's funny. He's got a really funny name for it, but he's stoked about it, man. And you know, he bounces back and forth. He sets up Beta Flight tunes, but he also sets up a lot of Emu Flight tunes. And I'm running the latest Emu Flight with the stick PIDs on this, and it's fucking fire. It's the best shit ever. I'm just like, if I would say definitely the best thing next to silverware. It's fire. Like, it just feels good. Your mileage may vary.
I like silverware a lot.
But he's got it set up. I think he's running. What did he do to it exactly? He might have been running the motor output switching for 1 and 2S, because he said he was running 1S in the house and he would run 2S outside. It looks good. It looks like it's flying really well.
Yeah, I wish I had got a micro before the shit hit the fan. That's for sure. But
well, I beat the living piss out of this Mob 6 when we were in DC and broke the frame. I broke the frame and I broke the camera, and so I ended up changing the camera, the canopy, and the frame. But now this thing's been pretty indestructible. I put the Newbie Drone Goober on it and the Meteor frame, and it's really good. It's very strong.
Oh yeah.
So that Meteor frame's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little heavier. So the Mob 6 is like 20 grams out of the box, and I think I haven't thrown this on the scale, but I'm sure it's it's a little bit heavier. I do want to go back to the Runcam Nano that was on here. I just hadn't had a chance to order one. But I'm running the Newbie drone, the older Newbie drone BI or whatever, and it's good. It's fine, but that new Runcam that comes in the Mob 6 is pretty nice.
See, that new Beta 65X HD with the batteries and everything, it's 50 grams all up weight.
Right.
But it's 2S, but it's got an HD camera. But it's
actually,
2S though.
It's an HD DVR though. It's not an HD camera because it's only like a 700 line TVL. It's not an HD. Yeah. We were talking about that. I think it was last week. Might have been on my stream last week. I don't remember. I was talking about that with somebody the other day. Yeah, we looked that shit up, and as far as we can tell, it's only an HD DVR recording at 1080. But the camera, because you got to think about it, if the camera was HD, how are they going to translate that resolution to analog video that doesn't do that? And your goggles don't do it. So that just doesn't add up. That was kind of my first question. I was like, well, what is it doing exactly? My buddy said it's like a Caddx turtle, basically.
Well, I mean,
so
as long as you get
fun,
the
neat
recording, you can at least have a little bit nicer recording.
Well, on my pickpocket, I threw I got the whatever the nameless on that thing, and it's great to have an onboard DVR. I think it's awesome. It definitely looks better than goggle, but
yeah.
Fucking Albert Kim did a video. Somebody sent him some parts and told him to build this build, and it's a brushed whoop. And put the Caddx Tarsier on it, and it actually flew really well. So I imagine, like say that new Beta 65X HD, whatever. I imagine you get that and put the Tarsier on it, it would actually do pretty well.
Well, like, yeah, those cameras make sense because that's 2 different sensors, and that's what they did to overcome.
Exactly.
You know, to do the HD recording, they have the one sensor and that whole camera thing. But for the analog, to apply or to conform to the standard, they ran the second sensor.
Right.
Like my run cam splits did some fuckery. I haven't ran one in a while, but I had one on one of my builds, and it did some fuckery with a single sensor. And I wasn't really sure, but it seemed like it. I think that with the HD whoop or whatever, it's just taking the analog and just up converting it and recording it at 1080, and that's it. I don't know has anybody seen the actual recording? Is it like 16:9 or is it 4:3? I don't know even know what format it is.
I'm waiting for the sale to happen, and I think I'm going to order one, so I'll let you know.
Be interesting, definitely. I mean, the Nameless is all right. The problem I have with them is I always forget to fucking stop them before I unplug it.
Oh God, I'm going to do that. I know.
Dude, I've lost shit. I've truncated shit because I didn't let it finish recording to the buffer or whatever. Like,
Yeah, that's what really sucks about them, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't think about it. You're just like going about your day, fucking ripping, and oh shit.
It'll always be your best flight that you delete.
Right?
Yeah.
Or it's
That's
like,
always the one I fucking forget to hit record on with my GoPro.
I'll hit record, but then I'll forget that I had already hit record, so I actually hit stop recording.
Stop.
And then
Yeah.
I send the fucker.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
dude, so many times, man. So many fucking
Yep.
times.
Can't win
It's
them
the
all.
worst.
Can't win them all. Well, hey guys, we've ripped through our 2 hours, and I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Thank you for showing up to the shit show once again. To the Tiger Attack Simulator edition. You know, next time maybe we'll actually update it with a tiger attack.
Were we missing a tiger attack?
Yeah, there wasn't really a tiger attack. There was just faces. The tiger attack was only in the thumbnail. We were thinking
I appreciate
about it,
you all. I appreciate you all watching Joe Exotic so I can get some new teeth.
Show it, yeah.
Oh,
Look
here
at
we go.
those.
Here we go, Enoch. I got. Hold on a second here.
Uh-oh.
Let me stop my music so I can turn on audio. All right, and then I'll go to the mixer.
Oh,
I'll turn this
bunny
on.
ears.
Oh, Trevor,
She got
trouble.
you. She got you, Trev.
All right. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
she's doing it. What does this mean?
You gave
Here
him the
you go.
bunny ears.
Here you go, Enoch.
Oh.
Here's a tiger attack.
Did you get the translation of that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, jeez, I'm bro. That is no good.
Sometimes a crocodile makes the mistake of trying to steal a tiger's kill.
All right, this is how we'll go out of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let me get the airwolf.
He's humping it.
Interspecies relationship.
I can't believe he's gonna eat an alligator.
It just shows.
I know.
He is fucking it up.
Right?
Oh, we got another one.
There's a lot of drama in this one.
There's a dog.
I didn't know. Oh.
That was terrible.
That's mean. That was horrible.
If it's an alligator, it's like, yeah, alligator will fuck me up. Whoa. All right. Good night, folks. Before this gets bad.
Oh, he's coming after him. He's coming after him.
Oh, jeez.
Put his hand over the camera. Nice.
I know.
Food.
This cameraman sucks.
Yeah, that guy's
Right.
fired.
Are they backing up? They definitely backed up. Oh, they got it cornered.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like a great idea.
I don't imagine this ends well. Hold on.
So much suspense, man.
Hold on. What if I make it the size of this guy? This is difficult. I need Real Steady. Is there a Real Steady plugin for
Oh shit.
There's OBS.
All right. I don't think it's ending interesting.